in the MCQ based examination, what we are going to have in the month of December, there's one chapter, file handling. File handling will going to have programs based on all three types, that is the programs on text file, binary file, and comma separated value files. So now let's see some questions based on this. Question number 1. We need to find the output. We might have the text, we might have the statements where we have to justify at what the output should be. So opening the file in read mode, reading 10, storing it in L and printing L, and we are closing also. There's no error in the code. But if I am reading 10, it will going to read first. Now first what? First 10 letters and not the first 10 lines. So the answer is B. Next one. We are opening the file in read mode. We are reading a line. It's not LINES, it's line, LINE line. So this can't read all lines. This can't read last line. Let us check the syntax ahead. Now storing it in L, printing and closing. So E is being closed, which was opened earlier. So the clear-cut answer is A once again. Next question. Now we have something like with open, with which the file is getting open in the right mode. We have a list where I'm printing Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in different lines. Using the write line function, opening the file once again in the read mode. This mode, as we know, does not require the close method. So since we are opening again in read mode, so we are closing also, reading a single line and then printing. So as I said, I'm going to read a single line. This cannot be printed. This is for the purpose of translation. There is no syntax error. So we're left with two options. Let's count on /n. So if we see /n, then the correct answer is Sunday. That is B. Next question. We have a loop. Before the loop, I am reading one line. Within the loop, I am printing that and then reading the lines ahead. So is it only reading the first line? No. Is it only reading the last line? No. And there's no syntax error also. So the answer is reading all lines. Let's see next. With open, which does not require closing. Now reading all the lines. Read lines means reading all the lines. So the clear-cut answer is option number B. The next one, opening the file in read mode. Reading lines means in the form of a list. So we have to select the appropriate statement to be filled here. So we have ready-made if, we have ready-made colons. So we are not supposed to use if and ready-made colons. So either both the above or none of the above. In this case also we have something like A and B are being checked. In this case also the first character like A and B are being checked. So both seems okay. So both the above options, that is A and B, were correct. The next question in the same row now. Opening the file in read mode, reading all the lines in the form of a list. So we have to write the loop. The concept of in is best suited for loop. Now, the variable where the content of the file is stored is LINES. So for variable in line, so the option number D says that the correct syntax has been used here. Next question. The file has been read, the entire file. Count variable is done. Counting of the characters. Now what the read is doing, we have to fit the appropriate statement at this place to create the content in the form of a list. As we know that we have a function called as split, but the split is being used in all the places. Let us eliminate. Split does not have square bracket. We are supposed to use split with in the form of a function. The value of the split must be stored something called as Z, and Z is being used here. Let us see the correct answer. Yes, you all were right. The answer was D option. Let's see two more questions in the same row. Opening the file by default in the read mode, creating a counter variable. Now we have to check the presence of the alphabets, whether we do have alphabets. So we have a function called as is alpha. So once again, the elimination process, because in all the places we have alpha, this can't be used because there's no bracket. Capital A is not permittable. So now we have two options. Both the options in the first instance might look same, but if you talk about this colon symbol and the colon is not present in the question. So once again, the answer is D. The last question in the same set. What do we have now? File is being opened in the read mode, reading all the lines in the form of a list, accessing through loop. Now print all the lines in capitals, means we need to have something called as upper. So as we know, there's nothing like uppercase in Python. So we are once again left with two options. So if we have memorized the syntax properly, then we know that the list name followed by the name of the function will be the correct syntax for this question. So thank you for watching. Hope you all understood the concept well. Let's wait for the next set of video for more questions on CSV and binary files.